Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today. You know that feeling when you're trying to figure out your avoidant ex? Like how to actually win them back? We're tackling that head on today.
Yeah, we're going right to the source for this one.
We are. We're dissecting this article, The Easy Way to Win Back an Avoidant Ex. It's on lovelearnings.com. And let me tell you, this article, straight to the point.
No kidding. It really digs deep. And I think that's what makes it so helpful, right? It's not just giving you like those surface level breakup platitudes. It's like, okay, if you're serious about this, this can give you some actual tools.
Actionable advice.
Yeah. And it all starts with understanding attachment styles, which honestly is kind of the bedrock of this whole thing.
And you're right, because it's not just as simple as avoidant anxious, right? It's like
There's the whole spectrum.
Secure, there's disorganized. It can get complicated, but you know what I think this article does so well? It focuses on that anxious avoidant pairing.
Which, let's be honest, creates some of the most like fiery, passionate,
Intense.
yeah, intense, and often frustrating dynamics out there.
It's that push-pull, right? And the article uses such a good analogy because we always hear about like, oh, relationships are a dance. This article's like, no, think roller coaster.
Because at first it's exciting, it's up, and it's down, but I mean, how long can you really be on that ride before you're just like...
Before you get sick.
Yeah, exactly. It's not sustainable.
And that's where I feel like this article shines a light on something so important about avoidance. It's not that they don't want closeness. It's almost like they're afraid of losing themselves in it.
Right. It's like they see intimacy as this threat, and their immediate reaction is, I need to get out of here. Even if it means hurting the person they, supposedly care about.
Yeah.
And often themselves in the process.
See, that's what I found so fascinating, this idea that they're almost like mad at themselves.
Oh, totally.
For pulling away. It's just so interesting.
It's this internal battle, that push and pull, wanting it, but then being terrified by it. You know what I mean? It's like Mr. Darcy, right?
Oh, good.
Like on the surface, I'm too cool. But underneath, it's like this whole world of feeling and wanting connection. It's relatable.
Okay, so we're really starting to see inside the avoidant mind here, which I think is so helpful. But how do we actually use this knowledge? How do we actually win them back?
Yeah.
Because the article calls it the easy way. But I got to say, some of this advice, my gut instinct is like, really?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing?
See, and that's the thing about attachment theory. It kind of throws you for a loop because it makes you act in ways that you wouldn't think are going to get you what you want.
Right.
Like the whole no contact thing.
Yes.
You'd think, okay, if I want to get back with this person, I need to be talking to them all the time. But the article is like, nope, no contact, especially for avoidance.
Especially, it seems so counterintuitive.
Right, because it plays into that need for space. It's like, let them breathe, let them get back to that place of feeling independent. And the interesting thing is, it's not just about them, it's about you too.
Tell me more about that. How so?
It gives you, the anxious attacher, a chance to break free from needing that constant reassurance, like get back to yourself, focus on your own worth.
So you're both kind of resetting.
Exactly. You hit the reset button for the whole dynamic. But they caution. They're like, don't just go from 0 to 100. Like when you do reconnect, slow and steady wins the race.
So we're not talking about like grand romantic gestures.
No, exactly. It's more like, remember that early flirting stage? That like, ooh, what are they thinking? Are they going to call? Are they not going to call? Bring back a little mystery.
Subtlety. Got it. But how do you, because that's where I get tripped up, how do you not fall back into the same patterns? The same push and pull that caused the breakup in the first place.
And that's where self-awareness comes in. And they say this over and over in the article. You cannot change someone's attachment style, but you can change how you respond to it.
Okay, easier said than done, though.
Right. Yeah. Oh, 100%. So instead of making demands, they talk about this idea of planting seeds. So, for example, maybe meeting the families was a big thing in your relationship.
Always a point of contention.
Always. So instead of being like, when are we going to meet your mom? You just casually mention, oh my gosh, my family, they're so important to me. We had this hilarious thing happen at dinner the other night.
Subtle hints. Showing your values, but not like...
But not demanding it. Yeah, it's about creating that safe space for them to potentially lean in.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But even with the best intentions, even with all these strategies, the article is very clear. Your ex, their attachment style, it might not change overnight.
Right. It's a journey. And you know where it gets even trickier is that whole, like, let's just be friends thing.
Ugh, the dreaded friend zone.
Yeah.
It's almost worse because it's like, You're getting close, but not really.
Totally. And the article's pretty blunt about this whole just friends thing. It's a classic avoidant move. Like, they come back, they get scared, and they put up a wall. And what's tough is they may not even realize they're doing it.
It's like that subconscious self-protection thing, right?
Exactly. But you're left feeling like, wait, I thought we were moving forward. So how do we deal with that? How do you speak up without making them, like, completely shut down?
Yeah, because it feels like you say one wrong thing and they're gone. So how do you bring it up?
Boundaries. This is where the article's advice is gold. And it's not about, like, giving ultimatums. It's about being really clear about your needs without blaming them.
So not, if you don't introduce me to your mother, we're through.
Right, no threats. More like, hey, I've noticed we haven't been spending much time together lately. I really value connecting with you. Are we on the same page about this?
Oh, I like that. It's direct but not accusatory.
Right. Because you have to remember, setting boundaries is also about what you're not okay with. The article reminds us we teach people how to treat us. If we settle for crumbs, that's all we're going to get.
It's like, you deserve a whole loaf.
Exactly. Don't settle for less. And honestly, that energy, that self-respect, avoidance pick up on that.
It's attractive. And that's a good reminder for everyone, whether you're trying to get back with an ex or move on, knowing your worth is huge.
Absolutely. This goes way beyond just this one relationship. It's about having healthy relationships in general, you know?
It's about breaking those bad patterns.
Right.
So much good stuff here.
Attachment styles are fascinating, but at the end of the day, you're in control of you.
Love that. If you're ready to do more deep diving, head over to lovelearnings.com and check out the easy way to win back an avoidant ex. It's got even more actionable steps in there.
So good. And don't forget to let us know what deep dives you want next. We love hearing from you.
Until next time.